Hello, welcome. My name's Jessica and welcome to my YouTube channel. I wanted to jump on real quick, so keep in mind this is going to be a short video. I wanted to jump on real quick and thank everybody that has subscribed to my channel, which is pretty amazing because I don't actually have any content yet. This will be my first video on my channel. For most of you that came over and subscribed, you probably saw me on High Vibration channel, formerly John X Army. So I really wanted to thank you personally for coming over and subscribing. I want to also discuss a little bit about what this channel is going to entail, the content that I will be putting up. This channel is basically going to discuss everything about the journey we go through having a spiritual awakening. This journey can be pretty crazy, and I know a lot of people feel like they're going nuts, and then your family and friends around you feel like you're going crazy and ask you, oh my God, what's wrong? What's going on? You're changing your ways, you're doing this differently. So I really wanted to have a format where we can all get together and I can give my own personal experiences through my awakening, which has been ongoing for quite some time. Actually, a little bit kind of a backstory about me. About 2.5 years ago, I had what I'm calling or referring to a spiritual awakening. And I actually was going to start my own YouTube channel about 2 years ago. I went out and purchased a professional camera, a Yeti mic. I actually taught myself how to edit videos. And it's been a crazy process, but for some reason I was just nervous about coming on here and speaking my truth. So I do want to thank John from High Vibration channel, formerly John X Army. I want to thank him for giving me that push and pretty much putting it out there saying, hey, you need to do your own channel. And just the feedback and support I got from all of his subscribers. So I really, really appreciate it. And I hope that I can live up to the hype. And I hope that you love all the content that I will be putting out. Briefly, I'll kind of go over what I'm going to be talking about. I'm actually making a video currently, which I promise will be out in the next few days. That video is going to probably be a 4 or 5 part series in regards to my spiritual awakening. I thought it would be good to go over everything I went through from the beginning to where I'm at right now, just for people out there to understand my take on things, and hopefully it'll resonate with you all and make you realize that we're all going through this right now. There is some sort of awakening going on globally. And I've been researching a lot over the past couple years, and I mean, there's so much out there discussing the changes that we're seeing in the world. Even the Schumann resonance, the vibration or frequency of the earth has been rising, and scientists have been looking into that. So there's a lot going on that is proving something's going on. Not just how we're feeling personally, but the world is changing. So I wanted to kind of go over the awakening process. Some of the things that we'll be discussing on this channel will be around the changes that you go through in the journey of your spiritual awakening. Some of the topics I think I'm going to discuss will be eating clean, the water we drink. I might dabble a little bit in organized religion as well as the government. I try to stay away from government stuff just because that can be labeled as conspiracy or fear porn, and I really don't want to tap into that too much because I'd like to make this kind of a light and fluffy channel where we can talk about the topics that we're all interested in, which I know that is a big topic, but I will discuss a little bit about it in history. I will go over history and just in general everything that you go through your spiritual awakening. There's so much to an awakening, and I'll I'll tap into this real briefly because I do want to do a whole video on what it feels like to go through a spiritual awakening, the actual signs, besides for my own personal, but just what I've noticed from myself as well as others that I've discussed with. So part of it, you do feel like you're going a little bit crazy. You know, it's just like one day you wake up and you're like, I can't do this anymore. And there's got to be more to it. You know, on earth here as human beings, we're born, we procreate, we work 9 to 5, and we pretty much work to live. And there's got to be more to that. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be more to that. It can't just be live, eat, sleep, work, pay bills, make babies, and then you die. You know, there's more to it. So I think everybody starts questioning everything, and you just kind of have this feeling one day where you just can't do it anymore, you know, and you start questioning everything. So, and I feel a lot of the people right now that are going through this awakening process are the ones that are highly sensitive and intuitive. And I feel like we do actually repress these gifts. I feel we're all born with certain gifts, and we repress these gifts when we're children. And the reason being is because we aren't raised in society to understand these feelings and emotions that we're going through. And a lot of times these people end up very depressed and get anxiety through a spiritual awakening, which is very normal. I went through that myself for 2 months, actually. I think I talked briefly on High Vibration channel about it, where I cried for 2 months straight. I didn't want to leave my house. I didn't want to leave my couch. So it's very normal to go through these emotions because, you know, even when I would go out in public around large groups of people, I could just pick up on all the energy. And when it's negative energy, it's draining for you. So I really want to tap into a lot of that in this channel and go over the process or the journey, because it is a journey. You know, I feel that your awakening itself is like a light switching on. So it's instant, but it is a journey, because every day I'm learning more and more about myself and my feelings and my emotions and what's out there in the world and the planet and everything else that comes with it. But, you know, I've heard a lot of people discuss that and say, oh, it's a process you're awakening. I don't like labeling it as a process because I don't feel it's a process per se, because it was like a switch. It was just one day I woke up and I'm like, what the hell am I doing with my career and all this? Just you feel like a robot, like they refer to you as sheeple, you know. And it was just one day I knew something was going on, and then went from there, and that's where I'm at right now through this journey. So this is definitely a journey, like I said, and I want all of you to understand that this isn't a curse. I want you to be strong through this process and have courage, because this can be scary. But it also is very beautiful, because we live on such a beautiful planet, and there's so many good things about our planet. And I think this awakening for me has been a blessing. The fact that you're even questioning it is amazing. So if you're here right now watching me talk, you are going through your awakening because you're questioning everything. So, I wanted to jump on and do a quick video to discuss the name that I chose for my channel. I put it up to all of High Vibrations viewers, as well as social media. I put it up there on a few of my spiritual pages that I'm on Facebook, and through all of those groups and on John's actual video feed, live feed, and chat, we came to a name. So, drum roll. reason I picked Frequency Revolution, besides for everybody saying they love that name, it really does speak about what this channel is going to revolve around. The channel is in creation right now, and I can't wait to put out my first video for all of you to see. I'm very excited. Now, in closing, what I would like to say, in a world that you can be anything, be kind.